for that family. And finally tonight, Locobazooka 2005 has come and gone, but the memory of the day-long rock event is still fresh in the minds of thousands of fans and at least one local band. You'll never believe how the 5 members of ApathetiQ ended up on this year's list of performers. Just over 10,000 people turned out to the 14th Annual Locobazooka last Saturday at the Fitchburg Municipal Airport. This year's headliners, the Dropkick Murphys and Disturbed, were invited to perform at the show, but dozens of smaller bands compete for the 48 remaining slots every year, paying for the right to jam on the smaller stages prior to the big show. Here's what one Boston-based band did to ensure that their group made the cut.
One of the up-and-coming bands that is playing Locobazooka this year is called ApathetiQ. And what they did one day is they came to our office and they refused to leave until they could actually set up their gear and play a set for us. So they set up right here in the office and they played, and we signed them on the spot for Locobazooka.
And they said, we're going to play one song and you're going to be convinced. And then they said, you know, we're not going to stop playing until you hire us on the bill. Is that what happens? That's
what happened. They came in, they said they were going to play one song. They continued to play until I actually put them on the bill. And they're a really, really good band, ApathetiQ.
Locobazooka's organizer, Dan Hartwell, says the entertainment business is so competitive that these days it takes an awful lot of drive and imagination to even get recognized as a legitimate music group.
And what we did to get into the show was we actually went to 3D Entertainment's offices and played, and said we weren't going to stop until they booked us.
And how long did it take for them to say, fine, all right already?
We played for several hours, like at least 6, closer to 9.
How many shows or gigs have you gotten that way?
None. None. Usually we just harass people until they book us online.
How competitive is this business, and how important is it for you to really do stuff like that to get recognized?
It's very important because there's a lot of bands out here in the Boston area, actually all over the place, that are trying to do the same thing, you know, whether they have the right thing or not going on. You know, it's all about getting yourself out there and promoting yourself.
No, actually, it was really very cool. This is probably the biggest thing it's the biggest thing I've ever done. Probably the biggest thing, definitely the biggest thing this group has ever done. Yeah, it's a really great feeling to be here and to be part of all this, and especially we got here on kind of a crazy stunt that actually worked out. So, I mean, that's great.
Did you ever think that would actually help you get onto the playbill?
We figured we'd either get booked for the show or get arrested. Either way, it was going to be fun.
ApathetiQ says their main goal right now is to perform and sell their music full-time, ditching the day job, as they say. And with fans like Mark Valenti buying their CDs and following them around, these 4 men and 1 woman seem to be on the right track.
I'm so proud. I can't believe they got here. Like, they didn't even pay to get in. Like, all the other bands in the history of Locobazooka have paid, and they're the only ones who haven't. So I just can't believe that. Like, they just played in some guy's hallway until they let them on the show, and I think that's pretty amazing.
It's a pretty good testament to how talented they really are.
Yeah, they're really talented. I've been following them around everywhere. Wherever they go, I'm there.
Congratulations to Ken, Chris, Derek, Bill, and David for making it on the playlist to Locobazooka. They say it's all about the exposure at the annual rock festival, getting their name and sound in front of the massive crowds there. If you're interested in watching ApathetiQ perform in person, you can check out their website at www.apathetic.com to find out where they're playing next. Well, that's all for your Worcester News Tonight 10 o'clock update. I'm Julie Tremmel. Leslie Gatiss will have the rest of today's news for you in just a minute.